So I hope everyone understood the catalog item concept, right? Do you have like any doubts or kind of things in catalog item, because it's a continuation to catalog item known as workflow. Today we are going to discuss. Anyone having any doubts in the catalog items, or is it clear? Okay.
It's clear, Vijay.
So can anyone tell me how can I redirect to catalog item? How can I navigate to catalog item? Research. Yes, maintain items. Sorry. Anyone knows by any chance why we use catalog items? Let's say, for example, this one. I'll open this one just for what is the reason of using catalog item. That's fine, you can tell. Even though it's wrong, also that's fine. Nothing to worry. Just tell me, like, what do you think? Why we use catalog item? Correct. Good. Any other answers? Correct. Like mobile and what else we can order? Like laptop, all the hardware things, right?
Accessories.
Yes, all the accessories. Okay, correct. It's good. Very good. But also not only hardware, we can also order it for the software. So imagine why we use catalog items. The main purpose of the catalog item is correct to request something. So you should know the difference between what is request and what is an incident. That is important. So imagine I used to have the access to a shared folder in my company. Imagine there is a folder and it's restricted. I'm having access. I should have access till 2026, but unfortunately, I lost my access. So, can I request it again? Will it be a request or it will be an incident? Everyone understood, right? What it is? Uh-huh. Will it be
Yes,
an incident or a request?
it will be.
Okay. So, you guys understood, right? What is the scenario? Like, again, I'm telling you, please pay attention. I'm telling you again, I used to have access to the shared folder in the company. Okay. In our company portal, we have a shared folder. Okay. So I used to have the access to the shared folder, but unfortunately, I have lost my access. I should be having access till 2026. It is 2025 now, where we are now. I should have access till 2026, but unfortunately, I lost the access. So will it be a request or an incident? Again,
Incident.
It's an incident.
incident. Yeah, but yes, of course, maybe I would have been telling the scenario a little fast, so that's why you can't able to uh, you know understand that. That's true. So it's an incident actually. It's not a request. But when we will be having a request, so imagine when you join to a company. Whenever you join a company, you will be allocated into some project, right? When you allocated into some project, your project people will ask you to raise a request. To raise a request, even catalog items can be used to get you an access. Actually, imagine I just joined my company. I joined in XYZ company. Okay, some MNC I have joined. Some XYZ company I have joined. Now we all are working in service now. I got onboarded into some of the project. When I got onboarded into some of the project, they need to figure out the accesses, right? They need to give me the access for their environment. How will I get the access? Someone should give me. So what they'll do, they'll share that catalog item to me. They'll ask me to request access, or they will request on behalf of me. You understood? So what I'm trying to say here, normally catalog items means people will think it's most of the times it's hardware only, like laptop, mouse, or whatever, mobile phone, whatever it is. But catalog items can also be used as a not only hardware, even for the software. Like let's say you want to install something in your laptop. I'll try to explain the scenario a little slower so that you all will try to understand. Let's say I want to install some software in my laptop. Okay. When I try to install some software in my laptop, obviously I don't have the rights to install that software because I'm using my company laptop and I should have the admin rights. Unfortunately, we have this Zscaler or kind of whatever it is, which will not allow me to do it, right? When you try to install any application in your company laptop, it won't allow you, right? Yes or no? Don't allow you. So
Yes, Vijay.
then what you have to do, you need to connect with your administrator, whatever it is. But few companies, what they'll do, they'll request a catalog item. There will be a catalog item. You can request, okay, what do you want to request? Whether it is a software or a hardware. Yes, I want to. It's a software, or whether in that software also you'll be having different types of categorization. Like I want to install some software. What is the software name? What is the use? When you give all these details, they'll submit that catalog item. Okay, then what happens? So are you getting? It's a request only. So here, what I'm trying to say, a request and incident. You need to know the difference between them. Incident means something is working fine till now and it is not working properly currently. Something got broken. Then it will be an incident. People will call it as a ticket. Yeah. And request means you don't have access to now and now, or you don't have it now. You want to request it. Let's say you forgetted your password, you want to reset that password, it will be it will be a request, password reset. But imagine your password was wrongly resetted by someone in the company, then it will be an incident. Due to some cloning activities, you lost your access without your without your knowledge. Something happened and you lost your access. That will be an incident. I hope you guys are understanding the difference between incident and request, right?
Yes, Vijay, I'm getting.
Yeah. So this catalog item will come under the request actually. Okay. These catalog items are, you can see here, catalog items are goods or services available to order. So like tablets, phones, software applications. Okay. So all these things. So I hope, yeah, anyway, I don't want to go into that detail because anyway, Shashank has already explained you these things. Anyone have any idea about catalog and category by any chance? What is catalog, what is category? Or is it clear? Like, I just want to know what do you understand by catalog and category? For what purpose we use this catalog and category?
Understood, Vijay. No need.
No, I'm just asking you a question. Like, what is catalog, what is category? You just tell me. What do you understand? Yeah, this catalog and this category.
So category is for like mobiles and laptops.
Hmm.
Whatever the category we choose, we are looking to order or
Yes,
request.
correct. Anyone else want to say something here? See, you know the answer, but the way you present the answer is not correct, especially in the interviews. Maybe I know service now, so I was able to, understand what you are telling. But let's imagine your customer don't know service now. They are not technical people, they are functional people. So you need to explain them. Will you explain it like this?
No.
Yes, it's correct actually. What outcome was completely correct. I agree with that. But any other way to explain this? Imagine you are opening your old map. I want you to locate a state known as, let's say, Telangana or Andhra Pradesh. So what will you do? There is a world map in front of you. You need to locate Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, right? You need to search for that. What will you do in the world map?
First, we'll
You'll
go
search.
to countries,
First, you'll go to continents, maybe. Yeah.
continents, then countries,
Then country, then
then
state.
states.
In that also, I want to look for a city, or in that city, I need to do something like yeah. So what you told is correct, but where exactly I use this catalog and category? Where? For what reason I'm using? Where this catalog category will be used? So I told you an example of world map. Here also, this is backend where we are developing this catalog item. But where people will be actually using this catalog item, it will be in the front end, not in the back end, on the portal. I hope Shashank has already showed you that portal interface, right? You can look at this in the portal, I mean the service portal in the front end. When you go to service portal, you need to categorize it, right? This is nothing but a categorization. Very simple thing. When you go to, let's say, Amazon or Flipkart or whatever it is, I want to, let's say, let me just open it. There is this Amazon thing. Okay. I want to, let's say, yes, you see, this is a categorization. I want to go to mobile and tablets, and in that I want to go to all mobile phones. So how these people are categorizing in the same way, this catalog category in the back, this is in the back end, but in the front end, if you go to service portal, you need to go to service catalog. In that service catalog, you have a category known as mobile. In that mobile, you will find all these things. What you said is correct only, no doubt in it. But the way you're explaining it is going wrong. Just think on that, because people will expect you to have more detailed explanation. Okay, catalog category is for categorization purposes. In the portal, where you will find this catalog item? How do you find this catalog item? Like in the world map, how we are finding that first we are seeing continent, then going to country, then all these things in the same way. It will work. Okay. So let's imagine I have this Apple iPhone 13. Imagine there is a scenario. There is a catalog item known as Apple iPhone 13. And for my project, I was working on some mobile app development. Imagine I'm working on some mobile application development. I need a Apple iPhone to test my scenarios or the use cases. Okay, it's a request, right? Simple. I need a phone from the company, not from my personal things. I have an Android mobile, but I want to test it on the iOS as well, like an Apple interface as well. So in that case, we'll raise a catalog item request. Yes or no? Hmm? What happens when I click on order now? So what Shashank explained you guys is how to create a catalog item. How to create a catalog item, that he explained. That is fine. Let's imagine there is a scenario. I was newly joined into the company, or I want to install a software in my laptop, in my office laptop. He explained you how to build that form, how to do the validations. Okay, I click on order now. When you click on order now, will it come to my home?
No.
When there is an Apple iPhone 13, when I selected these values, when I click on order now, will it come to my home? No, right? So what will happen when I click on order now?
Request. It will send a request. SC underscore request.
Oh, did Shashank explain you the workflow concept? No, right? Because that is my part. Did he explain it?
No.
No. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. He just showed you. Okay, cool. So whenever you place an order, whenever you are trying to order a catalog item, means two things will be created. Please remember this: request and requested item. Let's go to request now. This is a request. Okay, this is request. If you scroll down, we have this requested item. No matter what catalog item it is, whether it is software or hardware or anything, it doesn't matter. Any catalog item that you order will be having two mandatory things, that is request and requested item whenever you click on order now. So what should happen when you order that mobile phone, or what should happen when you request for a software installation, or what should happen when you request something that needs to be driven in workflow? What should happen there should be driven in the workflow. Are you getting it? No.
Yes, Vijay.
Yeah. That we need to automate in the workflow. See, of course, your customer will be asking you to create a catalog item. Why people will create a catalog item? To request something that can be a laptop, software, or a hardware, anything. It doesn't matter. So what should happen when you click on order now? They will tell us. They will tell us. They will inform us, hey, do this. I want this kind of process. When someone asks for a mobile phone, when someone is requesting for a mobile phone, I want this process to be happening in the system. So according to that, we need to design that automation. Okay. So imagine in this case we have this. So this is requested item. In this requested item, so I told you whenever you submit the catalog item, whenever you click on order now in the catalog item, two things will be created: request and requested item. In the requested item, you will see all these details. What end user has submitted, what variables end user has submitted. You can see all these details. Also the request details. You have the approvals and catalog tasks, everything. Okay, here only. So now let's consider a dummy automation. Whenever the user orders a laptop, I mean whenever a user is requesting for a mobile phone, that is Apple iPhone 13, whenever the user is requesting for a sorry mobile, okay, we need to consider, let's automate some process here. When the user clicks on order now, what should happen? Normally what will happen, guys? In your company, let's say you're requesting for a new laptop or requesting for a new mobile phone, to whom you'll reach out to first?
IT
Our
team.
reporting manager, I did.
First your manager, right? Whoever it is, whether it is reporting manager, whatever it is, first you'll inform your manager. Hey, just see, my laptop is not working. I want to replace the laptop, or I need a mobile phone for the testing of this particular scenario, and I do have the Android, but I don't have iOS. So first you'll inform your manager, right? So in this part, what we'll do, we'll just think of a dummy use case. What is it? Whenever the user clicks on order now, I need a manager approval. It should automatically redirect the user to the manager approval. Is it clear, guys? Yes? No?
Yeah, yes, Vijay. Clear.
Yeah? Whenever the user just click on order now here, the first step it should happen is it should redirect them to the approval for the manager. The user clicks on order now, it should redirect to that whoever has requested this. In this case, I requested it, that is current logged in user, that is system administrator. This person manager should receive the approval. There are two possibilities here. Manager can approve it or manager can reject it, right? Two possibilities. If manager rejects it, okay, it should set the state to closing complete, and you should be notified with an email. Did Shashank completed the notification concept? Email notifications?
No.
No? Email notifications was not covered. Okay, no problem. Okay, then an email should be triggered to you. Okay, if it got rejected. If it is approved, then what should happen? If manager approves, then where it will go?
Next steps.
IT team, very good. There will be some IT team or whatever admin team, whoever it is, okay, who will be allocating you that laptops, right? They will be responsible for that. Every company, whenever you join, there will be an IT admin who will be allocating you that particular laptop, right? Yes or no? So once the manager approves it, I want a catalog task. I want a task to be created for that IT team. I want a task should be created to that IT team. Task is nothing but it's just an intimation, like it's just a reminder to them, yeah, you need to do this job. So what is incident? Incident is simply nothing but a record. If I go to incident, it is just a record available, right? In Snow. Let me open any of these incidents. See, for example, request for new service. This is an incident. Let it open. You see, request for new service, need to place an order for new mission, will need help with the installation also. It's an incident. This person raised it. This person is working on it. That's it. Yeah, this person is working on it. This incident will not resolve this issue, but this person, it's just a platform where they are maintaining, okay, this is the issue, this person will work on it, like that. In the same way, I need a task to be created for an IT team. In this case, how this incident got redirected to this service desk team, service desk group. I want a similar way. Once the manager approves it, an IT team will be there within this company. For them, a task should be created. Okay. So what they'll do, they'll come. What this incident is doing, this is doing nothing actually. This agent, whoever is there in this incident, Howard Johnson, whoever it is, this person will work on that incident. They'll complete that incident. I mean, they'll try to fix that incident and they'll close this incident. In the same way, a task will be assigned to IT team. Those people will be allocating you the mobile phone, okay, in the system, within the system, because whatever assets are given to you, should be stored somewhere in the system, right? So they will be storing that info in their system and they'll close the task. Once the task is completed, one more task should be created for the logistic department team. Who is logistics? Like Blue Dot, or you see this DTDC. So courier services. A task should be created. One more task should be created for the logistic department people. They will courier it to you. Then once the second task is also completed, I want the RITM to be closed. Is the process clear for everyone? No.
Yeah,
Yes.
Vijay. Yes,
Again,
Vijay,
I'm
clear.
Yes,
telling you,
Vijay,
again,
clear.
I'm repeating, guys. See, this is a dummy process. The process can be anything. You need to focus on the workflow components, not on the process. See, I created a dummy process for this Apple iPhone 13. Whenever someone is trying to request this Apple iPhone 13, first an approval should be triggered to the person who has requested this Apple iPhone 13. To that person manager, an approval should trigger. There are two possibilities. It can approve or it can reject. If it is rejecting, it should set the state to close incomplete, and a notification should trigger. Maybe notification will try next day, and it should set the state to close incomplete. That's it. And if it is approved, a task should be created for IT people, IT admins, whoever it is. So they will be allocating you that iPhone in their system and they close the task. One more task should create. Once they close the first task, one more task should create for the courier people, like for the logistic people, so that they will deliver that iPhone 13 or whatever hardware it is to your address. They'll ship it to your address. Then set the state to close complete. Okay, the flow is clear, everyone. Or do you have any questions in the flow?
Clear, Vijay.
So when this should happen, when this all process should happen after clicking on order now, not before clicking on order now. So this whole process, this whole automation, it's a dummy process, I told, but this automation can be achieved using workflow. There is a concept known as workflow. When you type workflow in the filter navigator, workflow editor, you need to type workflow editor in the filter navigator. Under workflow menu, go to workflow editor. Clear? In order to automate this kind of processes in service now, there is a concept known as workflow. Why we use our workflow actually? Workflow used to automate a process without human intervention. So no need to go and you no need to go and create that approval manually for each and every catalog item. It will automatically create. If the user approves, it will automatically set the values. If the user rejects, it will automatically set the values. Okay. So this is an automation actually. Workflow is used for the automation purposes. Type workflow editor in the filter navigator under workflow menu. Please go to workflow editor. So this is the, let it open. Yes. This is the place where you will be redirected whenever you're creating a new workflow. I can click on new workflow. When you click on new workflow, a small pop-up, this kind of interface will be available. You need to give the name of the workflow on which table it should run. That's it. So let's say the name of the workflow, I'm giving it as the same as the catalog item, that is Apple iPhone 13. I think we have a lot of Apple iPhone 13s. Something like that. So on which table do I need to run this workflow? This is the biggest question. What do you think? What is the table name I need to give in this case? Anyone? What table name do I need to give here? On which table this workflow should run? Yes.
Catalog.
Catalog item in the sense like maintain items. You're telling that.
Maintenance. Yes.
So tell me one thing. When this automation, sorry, tell me one thing. When this automation should happen?
After placing.
When after clicking on order now, right? Not before that, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
After clicking on order now only it should happen. So after clicking on order now, what all the things what all are getting created actually?
Request.
After clicking on order now,
Request ID.
we
SCN
have request created, request
and
and item created. Only two things are getting created actually, nothing else. Catalog tasks and approvals will not be created actually. Only request and requested items will be created, nothing else. Okay. So we have only two possibilities, guys. Either we need to place the workflow on the request, or on the requested item. That's it. No, you don't think much. Are you getting it? Either we need to create when this automation should happen after clicking on order now. After clicking on order now, what things are getting created? Request and requested item are getting created. So on which table do I need to run this workflow again? Out of request and requested item, what do you think? It should be request or
Requested item.
requested item.
Requested item.
Yes, it should be definitely requested item rather than request. Why? Due to lack of info. You will see in the requested item there is a lot of info here. If I go to request, this is request. You don't see lot of information here. But if I go to requested item, you'll see a lot of info. Like what kind of info, what end user has submitted. All these variables data will be present in this requested item. On top of it, you have the approvals, you have the catalog tasks. Approvals will be there in the request also, but not the catalog tasks. Okay. Also, you have the reference to the request. If you need any details from the request, you can pull it from here. Clear, guys? No.
Yes, Vijay.
So definitely it should be request. Okay, and why it should be request? Because you have more details. You can see what end user has submitted, and all those details will be there. So it will be the requested item. I hope this is clear for everyone. No. Do I need to go fast or slow? Let me know. Not slow for sure. If you feel I'm going very slow, let me know. So you just give your name and a table. Whenever you are placing it on the catalog item, it will be always, I mean, not always, 99%, 95% of the times it will be requested item only. But few people will go crazy and they'll customize it. It's up to them. Few projects will do that. When no matter what catalog item you create, what workflow you create, these two activities are common. We'll call it as activities. Begin is an activity, end is an activity. Okay, when this begin will complete, as soon as a when this begin activity will complete, actually, since we created this workflow on the requested item table, as soon as the requested item record gets created, automatically this begin activity will complete. Clear? So these
Yes,
two are
Vijay.
activities, guys. Begin is an activity, end is an activity. When this begin activity will set to complete, I mean, when this begin activity will complete, since we created this workflow on the requested item table, as soon as the requested item got created, the begin activity will complete. And this is the connection between the begin activity and end activity. Okay, whatever you see this line is a connection between the begin activity and end activity. I can remove this connection by clicking on this, click on delete button in your keyboard. You can click on delete button in your keyboard by clicking on this. Again, to join the connection, you can click on this. You can drag it and drop it. It will have a connection. Okay. So begin and end activities are common for no matter what workflow it is. Begin activity and end activity will be there. Okay. And begin activity is going to complete as soon as the requested item got created. Okay. So now what should happen if you remember the flow? If you remember the dummy flow that we understood, what should happen when I click on order now? When I'm requesting for the Apple iPhone 13, what should happen first? Correct. Approval to my manager. Okay. So who requested it actually? Who requested it? Where that info will be there? In the requested item, there is a field known as requested for. Okay. Whoever is the current logged in user, in this case, I was logged in as system administrator. So that person who has requested it, that person name will be populated in the requested form. Clear? Yes? No?
Yes,
So
Vijay.
this person's manager, who is manager for that person? Abraham Lincoln. Okay? This person manager should receive the approval, which means this person manager should receive the approval here. So how to create an approval in the workflow? So there is an activity. Okay, this begin is an activity, end is an activity. In a similar way, we have another activity also known as approval user activity. How to bring those activities? So if you see in the right side, this is workflows, this is core. In this core, you'll see all these kind of activities like begin and these kind of activities. You'll see each and every activity will have a particular purpose actually. So I want to trigger an approval to the manager. So this begin activity will complete. Again, I'm telling you, this begin activity is going to complete as soon as the requested item got created. Why as soon as the requested item got created? Then only it will complete, because we created this workflow on the requested item table. So there is an activity known as approval user. There is an activity known as approval user. So this activity is used to trigger the approvals here. Okay, this is a requested item. So this activity is used to trigger the approvals in the workflow. Go to core, type for approval, you'll get the approval user. Simply drag it. You need to drag it and drop it here. When you drop it, it will open a pop-up. See, it is opening a pop-up. Are you getting it, or is it how it is? Are you understanding it or not?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, again I'm telling you, just go to, it's still loading. Just go to core. Okay, again I'm just telling you normally. So this is how a workflow will be. Go to core, type for approval, drag it, simply drop it. A pop-up will be opening. Okay. Let it load completely. You'll see the name and stage. Name can be anything. I can give it as approval manager, manager approval, something like this. Manager approval. What is stage? These two are not mandatory fields, but what is stage actually? Stage is nothing but here you can give any stage. Imagine I'm giving a stage known as waiting for approval. So what happens when the approval got triggered? When the approval got triggered in this requested item, imagine we have an approval here in the requested item table. So whatever stage I have set it here, that stage will be updated here. In this requested item table, we have a field known as stage. So whatever, when this activity got triggered, what is this activity? Approval user activity. When this approval user activity is getting triggered, why we are using this activity? To trigger an approval to the manager. So in this case, who will receive the approval? Abraham Lincoln will receive the approval. When Abraham Lincoln receives the approval, so we are setting the stage to waiting for approval. That stage will be directly updated here. Clear? No. Okay, I'll show it to you. But is it clear? Are you guys understanding or not? Tell me that. I see very silent class today. But do
Understood.
you guys understanding it or not? Tell me honestly. If you don't understand, I'll let
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
Okay.
understanding.
Yeah, Vijay, you
You
can.
have the name and stage. Okay. If you scroll down, so this is a condition. Like if you want to keep any conditions, like let's say stage should be open, something like that, you can keep these conditions. But I don't have any conditions in this case. So to whom it should trigger the approval, that will be maintained here. Okay. To whom it should trigger the approval, to whom we need to send the approval, that will be taken care here. Approvers here. So this is a list field. So I can, if I want to send any approval statically, any approval to any person statically, I can click on this magnifying glass. I can give this like this. So it will send the approval to these people only, statically every time. Every time to these people only it will send. But I don't want to send the approval statically, right? I want to send it dynamically. Dynamically in the sense, no matter who is there in this requested for, that person manager should receive the approval, right? So in this case, it is system administrator. It can be any other person also. So that person manager should receive the approval. Clear? Getting? No. So you can add the approval statically like this. If you want to remove, you can select on this and you can click on set one. So how can I select the approvals dynamically then? Okay. Click on this. Click on this. You have this option. Select fields. Click on this. So which table fields are these actually? Which table fields are there?
Requested item.
Requested item table fields. Okay, remember that. So these all are requested item table fields. So if you want to select any data from this table, any field from this table, you need to select this icon. So why requested item table fields only I'm getting? Why not other table fields? Why not I'm getting the request or other table fields? Because I created this workflow on the requested item table. So whatever you do will be applicable on the requested item only. Remember. So again, I'm telling you, once you drag this approval user, all you need to give is name and stage, and these are not mandatory. Scroll down completely. You'll see these approvals. Click on this. Okay, if you want to give it statically, you can use this. If I want to give it dynamically, I need to click on this requested item table fields. So here, to whom I need to send in the requested item? Requested first, manager. So I can search for requested for here. Where is requested for here? This is requested for. If I select this requested for, what will happen? It will send the approval to the person who is there in this requested for. Getting? Does it make any sense? If I send it to requested for? No. Why? Because that person is requesting for that Apple iPhone 13 and that person only receiving the approval, which is not good, right? So what I need to do, click on this again. You see, if you scroll down, we have requested for. If I need to see this person manager, what I'll do, I'll click on this icon, right? Preview icon. Then I can see the manager. Yes or no? If I need to see this person manager, I'll click on this preview icon so that I can see the manager. Here also, okay, as soon as you click on this icon, you'll see all the fields in the requested item table. This is requested for. Next to requested for, there is a plus icon. Click on this plus icon. Then you need to select the manager. This is requested for dot manager, which means this is requested for dot manager means this person. Okay, I'll show it to you again. Click on this icon. There is requested for. If you click on this requested for, it will send the approval to this person only. But I want to send it to this person. So next to requested for, there is a plus icon. Click on that plus icon, search for manager. Clear? No. Then you need to select this. Then it will come as requested for dot manager. Yes? No.
Yes, Vijay.
That's it. That's all you need to do. Click on submit. Okay. Approval user, drag it and drop it. When you drop it, it will open a pop-up. Remember that. When you drag it, it will open a pop-up. Just need to remember that. If I need to do any changes in this activity, again I need to left click 2 times on this activity. Simply left click 2 times on this activity, it will open. It will open as a pop-up page. So just give the name and stage. Whatever stage you are going to give here will be updated here. Okay. And I need to send it to which person I need to trigger this approval, or to which group I need to trigger this approval. To this person I need to trigger. Okay. That's how it will work. And then you can submit or update. So after begin means once the catalog item, once the requested item got created, I need to trigger an approval. To whom? To the manager. So that's the reason I was setting the approval here. Clear? So we have two possibilities here. Either it can approve or it can reject. So what should happen if it is rejecting, guys? I should set the state of this requested item to close incomplete. Clear? No. I should set the state of this requested item to closed incomplete. This is what I need to do. So how can we set any fields, how to update any field values in the requested item table? How to update any field value, not only this field value, any field value, how can I update in the requested item table? We have an activity known as set values. There is an activity known as set values. So how we have approval user activity, we have set values activity. So what these set values will do, it is used to set the values, I mean update the values in the requested item table. Why on the requested item table? Again, I'm telling you, we created this workflow on the requested item table. You need to keep it in your brain. So everything you do will be impacting requested item table only, not the other tables. So set values is an activity. It is used to update any field value in the requested item table. So simply drag it and drop it. Again, you have this name and stage concept in every activity, not only this activity, guys. In every activity, you will see this name and stage. So I'm giving the name as, let's say, closing complete. Stage I'm giving as maybe request cancel. So whatever stage I'm giving here will be updated here in the stage field. If this activity got triggered, if this activity is getting triggered, then this stage will be applicable here. I'll show you anyway. Now I need to set the fields. So here I can select the requested item table fields only. So I can select the state to closing complete. So we set up the state to closing. That's it. Any doubts here in the set values activity? All you need to do is drag and drop the set values activity. Name and stage will be common in every activity, not only this activity. No matter what activity you take in this workflow for the catalog item, name and stage will be common. You need to set the field values, set values. Clear? Any doubts here? Let's click on submit. So if it is rejected, then I should set the state to close incomplete. Then we need to trigger the notification that we'll see tomorrow. So begin. Try to visualize what is happening here. Then I need to end the flow. Begin means whenever the requested item got created, because we created this workflow on the requested item table. So whenever the requested item got created, this begin activity will complete. Then it will trigger here. If it got completed, it will come here because we connected this activity with this activity. So what this activity is doing, it is triggering the approval for this manager. Whoever is there in this field, that person manager will receive the approval. Abraham Lincoln will receive the approval. So imagine if Abraham Lincoln is rejecting this approval, then it will set the state of this requested item to close incomplete and stage to request cancelled. Then it will end the flow. Clear? No.
Clear, Vijay.
What should
Understood.
happen once it is approved? Once it is approved, what should happen, guys?
It should go to the IT team.
Yeah, it should create a task, catalog task. Catalog task it should create. A catalog task should be created and it should be it should be redirected to IT team. How can I create a catalog task using workflow? There is an activity known as catalog task. There is an activity known as catalog task. So catalog task. Simply drag it, drop it here. So everything is dragging and dropping. I told you every workflow for this catalog item will have this name and stage concept. Not only this workflow, no matter what workflow you take, every activity will have this name and stage. So allocation. So I can give the stage when it will create this task only if the approval is approved. So I can give the stage as a request approved. It will create this task only if the approval is approved, or else no. So name and stage is done. If you scroll down, okay, normally what will happen in the catalog task? You'll have this short description, you'll have this assignment group. That's it. Assign to if you need. So normally we'll maximum times will allocate a task to a group only. Within that group, whoever is who want to pick it, they'll pick it on their own. So I want to assign it to a particular group. Let's say IT team, right? We discussed. Imagine we have IT team or not, IT group or not. Okay, imagine we don't have IT team, but let's keep it as a IT automation people will take care of the allocation. Like IT admins are there, no? Imagine that role will be done by IT automation people. IT automation people will take care of that allocation. So I'm assigning it to IT automation. Whatever fulfillment group you will give here, that will come here in the assignment. Assign to also if you want you can give, but short description I need to give. What they need to do. You need to tell it. Okay, I'm just giving it as allocate. Something like this. Nothing else. Okay. So this is what I'm doing. See, nothing is just drag it, drop it here. Name and stage is common for everything. You can give any name you want. Stage. If you don't give also, it's fine. If you scroll down, group to which group you want to assign. What is the short description? That's it. To which group you want to assign the this catalog task and what is the short description. If you want to explain any instructions in detail, you can give it here. Clear? Any doubts here? Say no. I'm not getting you. Like if it is not clear, you tell me. That's fine. Don't make me bore. So if it is approved, it will go here. So what should happen once this task is completed? See how workflow will run. It will go up. Once this activity is completed, then only it will go to this activity. Once this is completed, then only it will go here. So it will run in that way. So once this task is completed, then what should happen?
It shouldn't.
enter into the loop.
Sorry. Yes, there should be one more task for the delivery team, like courier
Okay.
team. Again, drag it and drop it. Again, drag one more catalog task and drop it. So let's keep it as a delivery. I'm not giving any stage. I'm not interested now. Let's scroll down. We have this fulfillment group. So which group in the company will take care of those delivery activities? So we don't have any delivery group or courier group or logistic groups in the system. So as of now, I'll just take it as a service desk for an example. So imagining service desk group, it will read route. I mean, it will create a task for the service desk people. I'm just giving a deliver Apple iPhone 13, something like this. Just a short description. If you want any instructions, we can give here. In the real time, they'll give you all these things. Okay, instructions and all, you need to place it. They'll give you the text. So once this task is completed, then it will trigger this task. Okay, once this task is also got completed, then what should happen? I should set the state to close complete. Simple. Then we'll end the flow. So how can I set the state to close complete? Anyone have any idea? Set values. We have an activity known as set values. Simply drag it and drop it. Stage, I'm giving it as a maybe completed. State, I want to update the state to close down and submit it. Okay, this is a simple flow actually. Just try to understand this flow. Nothing else is there in this flow. A very simple flow actually. So see, just try to understand, visualize what is this happening. If you try to visualize, it will be easy. So begin activity. We created this workflow on the requested item table. You need to remember that. Since we created this workflow on the requested item table, so this begin and end activities are common for no matter what workflow it is. These are common. Okay, no matter what workflow it can be, these two activities are common. So begin activity will complete as soon as the requested item got created. This will complete and it will go to the next activity. These are connections. Why begin activity will complete as soon as the requested item got created? Because we are creating this workflow on the requested item table. So begin activity will complete as soon as the requested item got created. Then we are triggering the approval user activity. What we are doing in the approval user activity? So it will trigger the approval for this requested first dot manager. That is Abraham Lincoln. So it will trigger an approval here for Abraham Lincoln. And also it will set the stage to waiting for approval here. Stage will be set to waiting for approval. So we have two possibilities. Either the Abraham Lincoln can approve or reject. Imagine they rejected it. Then we are setting the state to closing complete and stage to request cancel. So it will set the stage to request cancel and closing complete. And it will end the flow. Done. And if it is approving, let's imagine the Abraham Lincoln has approved it. Then we are setting the stage to request approved and we are creating a catalog task. We are creating a catalog task to some group. They will do their work. It's just an intimation. They'll do their work and they'll close this task. Do their work in the sense they'll allocate you that laptop in the system, whatever it is. It's an intimation. Once this task is completed, then again one more task is getting created to the delivery team. The same happens. They will also do their work manually. Then close this task. Once the task is closed, then we are automatically setting the stage to close complete and we are ending the flow. This is what happened. So now let's test it. Any doubts here, anyone? Okay,
Now we
let's
Now
test
we
it. In order to test it, what you need to do, you need to just click on this validate button. What this will do, it will check whether you have connected everything properly or not. Whether every connection is connected properly or not. If it is not connected, it will give you warning and critical. Let's imagine you didn't connected this activity properly. It will throw that error. One last thing you need to do is publish this workflow. How can I publish this workflow? Click on these 3 lines, click on publish. But when you publish it, you cannot edit this workflow. See, as of now, if I left click on any activity 2 times, I can edit this workflow. I can edit these activities. I can change the activities. I can change the values. I can edit it. Once it is published, I cannot edit any of these activities. See, let me publish it. See, the workflow got published. If I try to edit it now, not only this activity, any activity, it will be read only. I cannot edit it. Any activity you take, before publishing only, you can edit it. After publishing, you cannot edit it. How to edit it again back? Click on these 3 lines. You have an option known as checkout. You need to check out this. Then again, you'll have that option to edit. See, again, I'll be editing it back. So once the workflow is published, guys, you cannot edit. Remember that. But you need to publish in order to test your flow. So again, if you want to do addition, click on checkout. One last step you need to do is add this workflow to your catalog item. You need to add this workflow to your catalog item. How to add it to your catalog item? Normally, you can go to your catalog item, that is going to maintain items. This is my catalog item. I can open it. My workflow name is Apple iPhone 13 V3. So once you go to your catalog item, you have a section known as process engine. You can go to this section, view the workflow name. V3. This is my workflow. Save it. Simple. Now let's test it quickly. Then we can have a look on it. So you need to add this. If you forget to add this workflow here, it will not run. It won't work actually. You need to add it. Let's click on try it now. Let's test this. Normally you should test it from the front end, not from the back end, but I'm doing it from here. Let's click on order. Let's see a happy flow first. Then we can see the negative flow. So we have request created. But if you want to directly go to the requested item, you can click on the description. You will be directly redirected to requested item. You don't need to go to request directly. So if I scroll down, you'll see the approval here for the manager, Abraham Lincoln. Why Abraham Lincoln? Because requested first manager is Abraham Lincoln. That's why. So before we go to the approvals, if you scroll down, under related link, you have an option known as show workflow. You can click on the show workflow. Whatever you are seeing here is not equal to this. Here you can add the activities, you can change the activities, you can do some changes here. But here you cannot do the changes. It is the status of this workflow for this particular record. For this particular record, RITM 10104, where this workflow is, where it is running. That status you can find here. Is it clear? No. That status you can see for this record. What is the status of this workflow? That you can see by glowing here under related link. You can click on show workflow. So you can see begin got completed. I told you as soon as the requested item got created, the begin activity will complete. So whatever is in blue color, which means it got completed. Whatever is in green color, it is currently running. That activity is currently running. Currently processing that activity. So begin got completed. We have this approval user. So we have this triggered to Abraham Lincoln. I also told you in this we set the stage to waiting for approval. You see, the stage is waiting for approval. Stage is set to waiting for approval. So let's approve it. So if I approve it, so what happens? So since I approved it, taken this path, stage will be updating from waiting for approval to request approved. See, request approved. Also, it will create a catalog task. Let's see the task. This is the catalog task. So they'll one of this group member will allocate this task. One of this group member, whoever it is, they will allocate this task on their name. They'll complete this task. They'll close it. Once this task is completed, we are triggering one more task. That is this task. They will courier it to you manually and they'll close this task. Once this task is completed, we are setting the values to stage to completed, state to close complete. We are ending the flow. So this is one workflow, but let's see one more scenario for rejection. Let's go to the question item. If I scroll down, I can go to show workflow so that it will show the status of this for this particular record. Let's reject it. You see, I have rejected it, so it taken this path. It is setting the state to request cancel, stage to request cancel, and state to closing complete. It is ending the flow. So you have any doubts here in the workflow? Anyone? You guys there or no?
No, Vijay.
So that's it, guys, for workflow. Then, so if you have any doubts, you can ask me. There is one. I need to take one more class for the workflow, but I'll take it. Maybe today. Is it possible? After 2?
No, Vijay. At which time, Vijay?
Okay. Then you guys do one thing. You join tomorrow at the same time, 8:30 to 9:30. Okay. So
Okay.
we'll complete the workflow tomorrow. Then again, we'll go to the server side code. If you're behaving like this in the server side code, it won't work out like this. Because workflow is still an easy concept, you can learn on your own, but server side code is not like that. It is not even close to client side. So pay attention, be active. Okay. Thank you all. Bye. So tomorrow we'll have a class at the same time, 8:30 to 9:30. Remember. Or we'll take it from 9 to 10. I'll post the timing shortly.
9 or 9:30 would that be?
I'll take it at 9, 9 to 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vijay.